As of October 3rd, the CDC reported approximately 1,080 cases of severe lung illness linked to the use of vaping, or e-cigarettes. Vaping has risen to great power and great thanks to Juul. However, the use of e-cigarettes by minors has grown exponentially because of it, and is causing sickness in the population as of recent news. At the time of its release in 2015, the Juul was the first of its kind in the e-cigarette market. Unlike its competitors, it did not blow clouds that looked similar to a fog machine. Instead, the Juul used what is now called nicotine salts. Nicotine salts are a more concentrated form of e-juice that delivers a very high dose of nicotine when inhaled. One of the other benefits of the Juul that had not been popular before was the discreetness of the device. Before, if you needed to get your nicotine fix, you would either have to smoke a cigarette, which is looked down upon nowadays, or use a free-base e-juice, which emits much more vapor and smell. However, after the Juul was released, these two problems became less existent. You could essentially get your nicotine fix wherever and whenever you wanted. This is due to the very low amount of vapor/smell production of the device. With the Juul, you do not even have to blow out any vapor, as you can do what is called a zero. A zero is when you inhale vapor and hold it into your lungs till the vapor dissipates. Another big pro that made this device so popular was the size and look of the device, as seen here. As you can see, the device is almost like a carbon copy of a USB drive. It is very small and very compact, making it very easy to take along with you. It fits very discreetly inside the pocket. It looks like a USB drive, so nobody's going to expect that you are vaping, since they would just think it's a normal USB drive. In a sense, the Juul is a great product as it gives smokers a much better alternative to smoking. However, the product has opened up a whole new world of problems that the world had not seen before, and that is a huge spike in underage use. Before the Juul came out, nicotine in schools was not nearly as much of a problem as it is today. However, with the introduction of the Juul, it is now allowed for minors to get their nicotine fix while they were in school, due to the discreetness I previously mentioned. Another problem that goes in hand with the one I previously mentioned is the Juul causing addiction among minors. Kids who have never even used a source of nicotine in their life now are starting to develop a habit by using the Juul. Before, minors were turned off by the tobacco flavor of cigarettes or dip. Juul made this problem pretty much obsolete by offering many different flavors that might entice a minor. These flavors include creme brulee, mint, fruit medley, and mango. These flavors are looked upon as harmless because it is not tobacco flavored. Many minors were not even aware that these flavors contain nicotine. This thought process is very dangerous, as not knowing there's any nicotine can easily set minors up for addiction. You may think that these flavors taste good and all, and make you feel good inside, but really you are just setting yourself up for a lifetime of addiction. Juul was also under fire for their advertisements of the product, as seen here. As you can see in this photo, the early advertisements of the product showed young people using the device as it was something that was cool to do. This is very similar to the ads that were put out in the early 20th century that showed young people using cigarettes and making them look completely harmless. The flavors in the advertisements were fuel to the fire of people who accused the company of marketing towards minors. Whether or not this is the truth, the Juul has still created an epidemic of vaping with minors regardless of what anyone says. In more recent news, there has been a surge in vaping-related illnesses. Although people may be quick to blame normal e-cigarettes, like the Juul for example, that is simply not the case in this situation. In most scenarios, these illnesses occur from vaping THC cartridges. THC cartridges are pre-filled, disposable containers of THC oil that you vape through a quote-unquote pen. THC cartridges that are sold from dispensaries in legal states are not the problem either in this situation, as they do not contain ingredients that are toxic to the human body. The real products that are actually making people sick are black market and quote-unquote bootleg cartridges. These cartridges are often assembled in states where cannabis is not legal and is made with zero to no regulation whatsoever. Since there is no regulation on making these products, the people who fill these cartridges up can put whatever they so please into it. Out of all the most harmful ingredients they can put into it, the one that stands out the most is vitamin E acetate. Vitamin E acetate is used in a variety of facial moisturizers and is not considered harmful when used in this regard. However, when vitamin E acetate is inhaled, it can cause lipid pneumonitis, which has symptoms of chest pain, coughing, and difficulty breathing. Cartridge brands that are from legal cannabis states are often bootlegged. Anyone can look up these brands online and find empty carts in bulk with the packaging of a legal cartridge, as seen here. This has been the true problem of vaping-related illnesses, as it promises the user high levels of THC, when in reality, they are really just inhaling toxic chemicals that may be detrimental to their health. As we discussed, vaping has risen to great power and great thanks to Juul. However, this has not come without its consequences, as a lot of youth is now addicted to nicotine because of it. And some of this is causing sickness in our population from THC carts. The effects of any kind of vape are still very much unknown at this point, and we will have to wait until the future to see what the long-term effects actually are.